right, so we just got done watching the 14th episode of Reign of the Seven Spellblades, and honestly, I didn't think I would feel this way, but I actually feel really bad for Ophelia. Miss Salvadori, she, we've seen her, and she's supposed to be in this arc like the big bad, and at first things weren't like this. It was really, she was like a new student and, really nice, trying to find her way in the world, if you will, kind of like everyone else here. This episode was basically the backstory for her, and honestly, I didn't think I would, but I really feel really bad about her and her situation and where she comes from. She really was just a girl trying, looks like she had a little crush maybe on the now student council president Godfrey there. And I'll have to admit, it was very hilarious that this guy, every time he would see her, just straight up use a spell to kick himself in the groin. This is like, what? Just to make sure that it stopped whatever feelings he would have, until he was able to muster the fact that he could just look at her without feeling a certain way, if you will. Her, I guess I could say this, descent into madness, really, it's just that she's really a sad girl who feels bad about the situation that she's currently in. Even though she's older now, and we saw the older version compared to the younger version, I can't believe it. Jealousy. Jealousy is what pushed her. And not even her jealousy, just other students' jealousy. But before we get into that, I want to share with our eagle-eyed viewers who probably did notice this, because it was kind of blatant, at least to me, so I'm sure other people got it as well. The main theme song added something else. This picture. Now this picture is basically when they were younger, and Ophelia is sitting right there and everything's all cool, fine and dandy. In comparison, this is the picture that we are normally seeing. This is where what has been showing on the theme song, and as you can see, she's not sitting there, and her friend that's in the back is all solemn and sad and such. But I think it was actually pretty cool how they did this, how they were able to show, it's like, hey, we were once friends. And I had a feeling she was on the council, I guess you could say, because of the way, she would always be like, hey, tell my friend, tell this person I said hello, all this, that, and the other. Let's go into her descent, if you will. These guys deserved everything that was coming to them. Everything was fine and dandy. The club that was going on, where they were going around trying to help people that Ophelia was in, and Godfrey and all of them, everything was fine and dandy. They just wanted to make sure that they could just help people out. That's basically it. And then as they grew over time, these guys joined the club, yet they were jealous of the relationship that Ophelia had with the leader, Godfrey. And they were like, oh, you're using your pheromones and perfume on him and controlling him, and how dare you, you are like the right hand man for him and stuff. And it's like, they were just so jealous that they had to call her out. And so she's like, all right, knuck if you buck. Oh, so I just need to be more powerful, huh? I'm weak, is it? Oh, okay, no problem. And then she just basically leaned into her abilities that she had been suppressing or hadn't been using. And she just straight up, it's like, okay, just absolutely killed these four off easily. And then that's when she started dressing a certain way and started using her pheromones however she liked, just attracting people. And it feels really bad that it was these four people were what happened to change her from who she was, as we had seen in this backstory of, nice, sweet, trying to change her ways, trying to gain friends, trying to, kind of like the main characters that we currently have, that they have a little group and they're trying to find their footing in this world, in this academy. So I've said this before, and I'll stress it a little bit more now. This actually worries me about the actual group, the Sword Roses, if you will. Now they're all nice, fine, dandy, cute, and they're all working together. It's like, all right, we're friends. Let's get through this. Kumbaya. What is going to happen to the future if Ophelia can so easily descend into evil, if you will? Then this group, who is all nice and we're learning about them, their year one and all this, that, and the other, what's going to happen in the future? Well, I'm sure, like everyone else, they'll get more personality. We'll get to know them more often and see what happens to them as they grow through this academy. But who's to say what's going to happen in a few years from now? That who's guy over here who does the plants and all this other stuff, maybe he ends up being, I assume they're all going to get stronger, but maybe he ends up having his plants and things to be something that is a threat for the future. Or her with her studies might, in her millie hand, might end up being something of a threat in the future. You just never know. And I've said this before when we were talking about when they did the whole Sword Roses episode. When they find out about Oliver, which I think is just a moment of, it's gonna happen eventually. I don't think he can keep it secret forever. But when they find out his true intentions and his little cult, if you will, when they learn more about Oliver, will they feel the same way as they do now? Like here, when she was standing on the shore and watching Nanao and Oliver get in the water, walk on the water, skate in the water, and she just kind of was taking a step back watching. It was a little weird because Millie had to be like, hey, are you just going to stand on the shore and watch? Which, when I heard that line, to me, it was like a metaphor, if you will. Like, is she really going to stand there? Like, does she have hidden feelings for Oliver? And is she standing by the side watching as Nanao kind of recklessly, not even trying really, get on Oliver's good side and get into Oliver's feelings, if you will, just by Nanao being her? Like, is there a secret relationship or jealousy happening here? Could this be, Elf Girl? Could she end up being a future enemy? I doubt it. But what I'm trying to make an allusion to is, there's something here along with the lines that Ophelia had something with her and a secret past, if you will. And of course, this girl's secret past is that she's actually half elf, but she keeps it hidden from the majority of people. But it's just so much about this anime. There's so much, the scope on it is just too much to follow. Every character has a story, and it's even deeper than you think. It's not even surface level stories. It's crazy. I could really go into more about this episode, i.e. the fact that this girl said later that you're making me want to make sure you all get home safe, It's like, wow, that's not a red flag at all. It's like little things like that I feel like I can dissect and take apart because, here she was an enemy, now she's like a friend, a teacher, and now she's more like a friend and trying to protect them and such. And it's crazy how the character development of this character alone has changed, let alone everybody else. Really am sad that there's only one episode left. This is episode 14, episode 15 is the last one. I'm really scared that the last episode is going to feel rushed because yes, it's going to be the confrontation. It's going to be a huge confrontation. I don't know what is all going to show and entail. I'm sure it's going to be some type of fights of some sort, but what is going to change to make it the season finale? Because surely they're going to bring this anime back in the future. If they do, we'll definitely be here to talk about it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the analysis, and let me know what you guys think about the episode as well. I will say that I feel this arc has felt a little stretched out. Like, it feels like they could really have gone through this arc a little quicker than they are with the amount of episodes. Like, it feels like anime is like, oh, we got bonus episodes. Okay, let's draw everything out. But it's not to say that that's bad. I do feel it. But we shall see what happens in the conclusion next week. And aside from that, I can't wait. I can't wait. I really can't. Hope you guys have enjoyed the analysis, and we'll be back for more. Definitely make sure you like the video. Make sure comment down below what you guys think. I don't know how the future of this anime turns out as far as in the light novels, manga. What do you guys do? No spoilers though. Stay safe, take care, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.